So, Patrick, we've already seen oil and gas prices jump today. What do you think the effect will be of these tariffs on gas prices at the pump?
Well, it's certainly going to be a negative impact, but it really depends on where one lives. There are going to be a big difference in impacts across the country. The Northeast or New England likely to see more of an impact first. That's because many of the refined products like gasoline, diesel, heating oil, and jet fuel in the Northeast are actually coming from St. John's, the refinery in St. John's that's owned by Irving Oil. And because it's not oil that's shipped into the area, it's refined products. Generally, it's very much a just-in-time delivery, meaning that the tariffs will likely be much more noticeable. In fact, Irving Oil already notifying customers of the potential for an increase because of tariffs. But the other areas of the country also to see an impact. Any areas that receive Canadian oil or refined products, this is also going to affect the Great Lakes, the Midwest, and the Rockies in a potentially slower way, but equally significant. I do
Yeah, how
expect.
much are we talking about?
Yeah, I would say for New England, this is probably going to total an impact of 10 to 25 cents a gallon on your next heating oil delivery, your next fill up. But there may be a couple of days gap that it takes. In fact, a late development now is that Mexico and the US have come to some agreement. President Trump now delaying the tariffs on Mexico for a couple of weeks. We'll have to see if Canada rises to the occasion. These tariffs may be very short lived, but if they're not, they will likely have a noticeable impact here very shortly.
Right. Now, the president has pointed out that he understands some Americans will have some short-term pain to live through. So you're saying that all depends on how quickly the tariffs are lifted?
That's correct. If the tariffs are implemented for more than a couple of weeks, it's going to trickle down into all of the products that come out of a refinery. So this is going to be an across the board, pretty noticeable impact. As I said, the New England region relies primarily on refineries in Canada, although there are some refineries in the Northeast. We've seen a big drop in the amount of refining capacity in the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast area, especially with the 2019 fire and shutdown at the Philadelphia Energy Solutions refinery in Philadelphia. So that's certainly a big loss that has now made the entire region much more reliant on Canada.
Yeah. Anything I didn't touch on that you want to be sure to point out?
At least for now, gas prices remain at or close to some of their seasonal lows. The Boston average about $3.01 per gallon. With the cold weather also having a profound impact on home heating oil consumption, home heating oil prices have already shot up. They may do even more so here in the weeks ahead if these tariffs remain implemented.
Yeah, we've seen some high heating bills coming in for folks in the Boston area, greater Boston, over the last few weeks. So this would definitely have an impact on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And one more thing to keep in mind as well, this is about the time of year that gas prices do begin their normal seasonal rise as well. So that could be a double whammy for consumers, not only tariffs to impact prices, but the normal seasonal ebbs and flows of gas prices. Typically, gas prices rise on average between 20 and 60 cents a gallon between mid-February and about mid-April. So that's going to be another factor that Americans are going to have to contend with.
All right, good to look for. Patrick, Tom, we appreciate the information. Thanks.